Bonjour everybody, welcome back. This is my reaction video of today's matches. We saw the top half of the draw playing their round 3 matches. We saw a major upset today, and I'm gonna mostly talk about that guy, and that's Denis Shapovalov, that lost to Corbeas Baena in a 5-set battle. Corbeas Baena played great, solid tennis, tactical genius in this match. He explored Denis Shapovalov's weaknesses, took care of them very well, made him do the unforced errors. And of course, we have the supreme Novak Djokovic, who cruised into the 4th round. It was a cruise control match. It was nothing that we haven't seen before. He met this guy from Lithuania, Berankis. He won in 3 straight sets. I think he dropped 5 games or something. He served terrific. He won 95% of his first serves in and 46% of his second serves. And returned solid as usual. Won 50% of Berankis' first serve and 46% of his second serve. And made 24 winners and 40 unforced errors from Novak Djokovic. I don't want to go further because it was a walk in the park for Novak Djokovic. He played solid. It was like a tennis practice for him, a training session. He was the bigger guy. He was the 1 number or 2 number too big for Berankis to take on. He couldn't tame the beast. Maybe no one will in this tournament. All right, let's go into Denis Santavalov, because that's his new name, according to me. Denis Santavalov. Why? Because he was very kind today on court. He celebrated early Christmas in this match. He made 106 unforced errors. Have you seen anybody do so many unforced errors in a match? I was going to Google it up, but I said I'm not gonna talk shit about if there's someone more worse than him, let it be. I can come up with Federer. He has done 77 unforced errors against Millman, where he also celebrated an early Christmas in the US Open 2 years ago. So Denis Shapovalov, 106 unforced errors. How is this possible? Because he made 20 unforced errors in the first set, 25 in the second, 19 in the third, only 11 in the 4th set, which was his best set, of course, in that match, and 31 in the last set. Compared to a guy like Nadal, he doesn't even do 106 unforced errors in one tournament, at least one Masters tournament. But Shapovalov did it in a single match. How is it possible? Let me tell you this. I saw the match. Denis Santavalov was under pressure in this match because the Spaniard Corbeas Baena, we have to give him credit because he has demolished his opponent before he met Shapovalov. I think he dropped 3 or 4 games in the previous match. In this match, he came out. You know, Spanish players, they're clay court specialists. They are maybe born on clay. But Corbeas Baena knew exactly how to play against Shapovalov. Make him go into duels, return well, handle his serve on the best you can. Because Shapo won only 66% of his first serves and 51 of his second serve. That's not okay numbers for a 3rd round in a Grand Slam. You can't come anywhere if you don't have those higher numbers. You will be punished. But Corbeas Baena didn't serve better then. He only served better in his second serve. He won 61% of his first serves in and 59 of his second serves in. So they were very close. I think there was only 2 points that separated them totally in this match, because otherwise he was more clutch. Shapo had 5-4 and 6-5 in the 5th set with the serve in his own hand. He could create his own destiny in this match, but he didn't. He failed. And he returned terrible, like I said. He made he made 65 winners, but 106 unforced is too much. Corbeas Baena, on the other hand, 31 winners, 42 unforced errors. So look at the numbers. Look at the difference here. And of course, he returned terrible. Like I said many times, his weak returns is going to cost him big match victories. He only converted like 6 out of 21 breakpoint opportunities, and that's not good either. Even though Chapo Santavalov played that terrible in that match, we have to praise the Spaniard because he played good. He didn't let Shapovalov dictate too much. He held his horns. So a guy like Shapovalov, he lost because he did play bad. Not the whole match, but when it most mattered. He didn't serve great. He did too many unforced errors. He didn't return well. He didn't took care of his break point opportunities. And he had no tactical skill because the Spaniard is shot tolerant. He took Shapovalov exactly where he wanted. So look at the guy like Nadal, who is the most consistent tennis player of all time. We have said it 100 times before. We can say it 100 times again. The history will repeat itself. Look at him. Look at how he plays. He doesn't take too many risks. But Shapovalov is an offensive player. He must take risk. Sometimes we get rewarded, but in this match he didn't get rewarded because the Spaniard neutralized him. He played well. He put him out of rhythm. He made him do well. He didn't let him approach the net so much. And Shapovalov did mostly the damage to himself by himself. Like I said, Santavalov, or like my friend said at work, a guy that I used to work with, he said, Crapovalov, how on earth can this guy do 106 unforced errors? I say, don't ask me. Go call him, ask him. Because that doesn't exist in my world. In 5 sets, 106, it's average 21 unforced errors in a single set. That's not okay. It's terrible. When is this guy gonna grow up and be consistent? Because we say Stan Wawrinka, he's the most unpredictable player. He's inconsistent sometimes. Dimitrov is inconsistent. Monfils is super inconsistent. Fognini is mega inconsistent. We have a bunch of players that underachieve all the time. We have been waiting for this golden boy of tennis that so many people predict that he's going to be a future Grand Slam. Many people are waiting for Shapovalov to take that step. Him and Tsitsipas have the best upcoming playing style of the new and next gen and the lost gens, because they played solid, aggressive, aesthetic, beautiful tennis. That's what my eyes want to watch when I watch tennis. I don't want to watch grinders all day. I'm full of them. It was sometimes I think the tennis was more watchable in the 90s or 80s. You have to agree with me on that because of the variation. I'm not going into that those players are better than today's player. You can't really compare them to racket technology, the courts, surface. The fast court has slowed them down. Every court is almost equal as each other. But Shapovalov, he showed and proved me once again why I didn't pick him to enter the quarterfinals. Because I was very close of taking him to a semifinal instead of Rublev. In the last minute, like I said in my preview, I was thinking it's him, Tsitsipas or Rublev. And my gut feeling said Rublev. He won today also against Davidovich Fokina in 4-set battle. He played solid, served well. He was down under in the first set, but turned the tables around like he did against Querrey. But he lost 2 sets where Querrey had a big lead, but he came back and won. The same with the young Greek. The young Greek served tremendous in that match. He won 88% of his first serves in, 70 of his second serves in, 44 of his opponent's first serves, 55 of his second serves, and made 26 winners and only 18 unforced errors. So great numbers from Stefanos. He looks solid. He's gonna I'm gonna turn on the lights here because it's switched off here. Maybe you can see me or not. I have to start my car, but I'm sitting in my car, folks. I will hope you can excuse me. But anyway, Tsitsipas, solid performance, very expected, and he advanced to the next round. And who's gonna meet in the next round? I forgot. But anyway, let's continue. The guys that played today, we had Karen Khachanov. He beat Jiri Veseli in three straight sets. No, he dropped the set, actually. He served tremendous also, won 81% of his first serve in, 39% of his second serve in, did 65 winners and 47 unforced errors, took care of his opponent's second serve. He won 60% of his opponent's second serve and 32% of his first serves in. And then we have the Chilean guy, the Clayco specialist, who met a guy named Polemans. I think he's Dutch or France, I forgot. Maybe he's Italian, I forgot. He's also good, 78% first serves win in. He won his 78% win in his first serve, 51 in his second serve, 43% returning points win in the first serve, and 43 on his opponent's second serve. He did a lot of winners in that match. 80 winners, but also 68 unforced errors. So he gives and takes, this Chilean guy. He will have a tough battle against Khachanov, but I think he will go on, prevail, and he will wait for Novak because I think he plays earlier than him. Novak will meet Garin in a fourth round that I predicted. And we had some other matches. Gavan Ribeiro, a Brazilian dude, beat Tennis Sangrin. He's gonna face Djokovic. I think he only made one winner in the first set where he won 6-2. And one winner and 3 unforced errors, and still he won the set because of Sangrin did like 17 or 18 unforced errors, like a la Santavalov in that match. And then we have Dimitrov, who advanced. He had an easy opponent. He won 3 straight sets. He's gonna meet Carballes Baena. He will have a tough net to crack in that match. PCB made a superb statement in his match. He showed signals to RBA, if you're gonna meet me, I'm here, I'm waiting for you. I haven't used all my fuel. I'm gonna save some fuel for you. RBA was one set behind. No, I think he also won a 3 straight set against a Hungarian guy. He struggled a little bit in the beginning of the set, but took care of him later, and there was no talking about who was the best man on court in that match. And Fuskovic advanced through. He met an easier opponent this time and advanced. He's gonna meet the Brazilian Monteiro in the fourth round. The winner there will be in the quarterfinal. Take that, guys. And Rublev will meet this German dude Altmaier or something, I think, or was it Tsitsipas in his match. So all in all, I'm very disappointed. I've never seen a guy do 106 unforced errors live in front of my eyes. It was a terrible match from Shapovalov, but still he took 2 sets from the solid Spaniard in that clay court battle. But that's not an excuse. I'm gonna give props again to the Spaniard, but Shapovalov, what is he thinking? What is he doing on court? Where is his mind focus? What is he doing? Something I'm not sure how his brain works. His tactical mind is one of the worst I've seen of all of the talents. Sinner is more mental strong. Deminar, a guy is mental tough. I've seen him. He plays tactical. He's smart because he's a counter puncher. So, but Shapovalov is not a counter puncher. He often dictates the point. He dictates the point, but he can always come up with bad solutions. Sometimes he doesn't know what he's doing, or he has too much time. He gets stressed. You know, if you have played tennis, sometimes when you have the easiest ball, you think, I'm going to put it away. But then your mind goes round in circles, and then you do this terrible mistake that a new beginner doesn't make. But anyway, Shapovalov will probably bounce back. The Santavalov came early this year. I didn't expect him to lose like this. Even if it was a 5-set battle, I expected him to put more effort, to at least hit a little bit, return better in that match. But it's Shapovalov. What do you expect from this guy? That's why I haven't picked him as a quarterfinal candidate, and I'm very glad when I see it. It's not 100% the other candidate that I picked was gonna go through, like Berrettini, Rublev, Zverev. I think he will maybe lose tomorrow. You don't know. Cecchinato is a great player. And I have Dominic Thiem, I have Zverev, I have Rafael Nadal, I have Djokovic, of course, I have Rublev, I have not Tsitsipas, who was the other guys? Berrettini, Djokovic, Rublev, and I think it's Tsitsipas in the quarterfinals. So that was all for today. Take care and bye-bye.